Today, we are discussing rollovers for business startups, or ROBS. In short, ROBS will teach you how to use your retirement funds, tax-deferred, penalty, and debt-free. This innovative resource has become the fastest growing form of funding to help someone start, acquire, or grow a business. Two ROBS experts have created a series of comprehensive educational videos to help you become an educated and successful entrepreneur. The first, Larry Carnell, is the National Award-winning Entrepreneur of the Year, business and franchise expert, and Vice President of Benetrends Financial, the company that discovered this legal pathway in 1983. Carnell is recognized as one of the country's foremost ROBS experts and is credited with helping introduce this creative funding, wealth-building protection program. Joining Carnell is CPA Gary Bodie. Bodie holds a master's degree in accountancy and is considered a leading national expert on ROBS structures. He is also a business lecturer and contributing author on ROBS and C Corporation structures, which can help maximize your exit strategy benefits while minimizing your taxes. In addition, Bodie runs his own practice where he advises and works with entrepreneurs with ROBS-structured businesses across the United States. What factors should one consider when selecting a CPA when you are using ROBS?
It's not a problem with the profession, it's actually a problem with the complexity of the tax code. Just like medicine, it's impossible for somebody to know everything about everything. And that's the reason if you have cancer, you're not going to go to a family practitioner for treatment. You're going to go to a facility like Anderson Hospital, which is one of the top cancer research and treatment centers in the country. You're going to look for specialists. The same thing with the ROBS program. This day and age, you got to find people that are experts, people that know what they're doing, people that concentrate primarily on these types of programs to help ensure that you get the best advice and you're not using somebody that's learning as you go. You never want to hire a professional and you're actually the experiment. And that's the problem. You know, you may be in a situation where you need that expertise, and the guy that's done your local taxes may not be the best person. And so a common question is often, do I need somebody local? To be quite honest, no. In this day and age, you know, everything's done over a phone, the internet, e-signature, e-brochures, e-documents. So there's not the necessity. In fact, my own attorney, my own accountant is actually in another state. My attorney I have local, my accountant's in another state. Accountants are licensed to practice anywhere in the country. But attorneys are often licensed to practice in that particular state because every state has specific laws that they have to be aware of. So I think it's important that you work with an expert. You know, if you had a serious legal issue, or a medical issue, you would not want to hire somebody that's just been doing that form of surgery for 3 months. You want somebody that has years of experience because your life depends on it. Well, let me assure you, your satisfaction in life, the success of your business is often dependent on the advisors you have. And I've always said as an award-winning entrepreneur, if you want to be successful, partner with experts. And in this day and age, you can get greater expertise. You don't necessarily have to pay for it. And nowadays, you can get that expert as quick as a phone call versus driving across town. So I always recommend that you look for people like Gary who has a lot of expertise specifically in that arena, specifically with ROBS. How would you respond to that, Gary?
Well, actually, I have local clients who prefer my virtual office. Even though we get along well socially, it's just easier to go virtually. So one of the things that we offer is a portal where you can upload your secure documents, and that meets IRS standards, and then we can work with them asynchronously, making it convenient for both parties. But there's several things that, one of the reasons why I do consider myself to be a ROBS CPA is I have this little website, and it went viral back at the beginning of the recession, and that afforded me a national audience, which within a year brought me in a lot of ROBS clients. and that's the reason why I'm proficient in them. A local CPA may not see a single ROB case in his entire career, and if he does, he's very scared, generally speaking, because of the tone of the IRS.
Right.
And so a lot of CPAs that even know about ROBs won't really touch them because they're, as a profession, we're very conservative.
Yeah, totally understand that.
Yeah.
Of course, Gary works with clients across the country, so he has a pretty large audience, and through trial and error, he has garnered the expertise to properly advise people on a lot of things that people that aren't familiar with these programs would be not able to do.
Yeah, some of those things might be, part of due diligence, analyzing the business that you're trying to buy. A lot of times there's creative financial statements that need to be, what we call normalized so that you can make a basic business decision on whether you want to buy that particular company. We do sometimes some functions for our clients, like payroll temporarily until they find a payroll company while they're getting their infrastructure set up. And we do consultation on things that if they haven't had business experience before, sometimes we help them with that. The biggest thing is, the last fiscal quarter financial positioning to avoid double taxation. And then, of course, the Form 1120 itself, the C Corporation's tax return. And I always use the long version of that because I think that the balance sheet, the short version is basically a profit and loss statement, but the balance sheet probably answers a lot of IRS questions that may be brought up in the profit and loss statement.
Well, hopefully that helps some people understand the importance of using trained experts. Our next video, video 7, will specifically talk about maintenance IRS regulations and using certified professionals.
Okay.
Okay, thanks, Gary.
Sure.